John and James. We got John Echols and James Land. They're joining us here. That time of year, the tax evaluation, and it's an important part. I mean, it can be devastating if you get that huge tax bill. And they're here to talk to us today about what to do during this Pratt season. Good morning, guys. How y'all doing today?
We're doing well, David. How are you?
We're doing great. We're doing great. Uh, let's first just take it off the top. Why should you protest your property tax? Why should a homeowner have an issue with it?
Well, this is one of the ways where you can potentially, basically, kind of level the playing field. There's three things you can do to lower your monthly house payment. First is shop your homeowner's insurance. The second thing is to refinance your mortgage, which you can't do but every couple of years realistically. And the third thing is to protest your property taxes. We live in an amazing state that allows you to do just that. If you think your valuation is over the top and is unequal to everybody else around you, you can say, hey, let's talk about it. And that's the great thing about Texas and America, is that we have that opportunity.
And follow-up question real quick. I'm sure there's people who are sitting out there and they say, yeah, I'm not a big money player. My house is worth $500,000. They're not going to listen to me. They're not going to take time to acknowledge me. Or I need to have an accountant or a lawyer. This is something any homeowner can do, right?
It's correct. It's something every homeowner should do, because no matter the value of your property, we look at things, especially most people don't know that if unfortunately if there's been any foreclosures in your neighborhood, that can be factored in to the valuation as well. And so our expertise and the tools that we have, we can look at things that most folks in town can't, and we can put together a pretty good package to step in front of the board and say, hey, let's take a look at this one again. And hopefully save some people some money. I know that last year, on average, you saw the numbers, is anywhere between 27 and a 35% increase. And we don't expect that to be any less this year. Home valuations typically run a year or two behind. So, we're still kind of the last end of the Trump administration and first of the Biden administration. And as home values increase, when the economy is good, when the economy starts going south, as we've seen with some inflationary pressures, they don't automatically lower them. And so you have to go do what is correct and protest. And it's not, pitchforks and going at them and saying, I'm mad and, I'm going to get you. That's what's on their form. It says it's a notice of protest from the homeowner. And it's just saying, hey, let's be reasonable about this. Let's be fair about this. But most folks just don't know what the process is, or it's daunting because, let's be honest, it's government. And so we take care of that.
And just to point out, too, is that the people that are working at the Potrero Appraisal District, they're people just like us. They're homeowners just like we are. And, they pay taxes just like we do. And so, it's not about being against them. It's just about trying to get the value as correctly as possible for each individual homeowner.
Do you have examples of protests that have gone well in the favor of the homeowner? Do you have any success stories?
Yeah, we do actually. I'll just speak to two right now. We had one gentleman last year. He ended up having 4 properties total, so his own homestead plus 3 additional. And last year alone, we helped reduce his market valuation by $65,000 for the 4 properties. Another homeowner, we reduced their market valuation by $28,000. It had started at 2 years ago. The baseline was 193, and then if my math is right, went up to 234 and some change in 1 year.
Wow!
And we negotiated with them and got that down to 206. So, and let me tell you, that's a 1,600 square foot, 3-bedroom, 2-bath home in City View. That's nothing special high, in River Falls, and it's not low in other parts of the city. It's a typical middle class home that they wanted to raise at 37%.
Wow. That hurts.
So
does hurt.
So
and
really,
that's year over year, guys.
Sorry, Chuck.
That's all right, no problem. So really, you guys are actually giving me a seat at the table to talk about this stuff and really bargain. I can actually bargain my taxes down.
That's what we're trying to do. And we make it simple, we make it easy because we have the experience and the knowledge to put together a great protest package. You know, like as I said before, most people are just like, well, taxes are too high and I'm not going to take it. And that's not a great approach.
Right.
They need to see facts, they need to see numbers. And so that's what we do. And we think we're going to provide a great service. We've been doing it for some of our clients for a few years, and we just wanted to expand that out to everybody that's underneath PRAD, you know, the Potter Randall Appraisal District.
Let me ask you this. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
I apologize. The fact of the matter is that the majority of homeowners do not protest their property taxes. And so, and some of it's just for the simple fact of that some of them don't even know they can. And then sometimes it's also because the process seems so complicated. And, you know, speaking for myself personally, having done mine as well, I know the process and I know that it can be a little cumbersome. And so that is where we step in and we take it from start to finish and we make the process easy.
I know this legislative session, matter of fact, yesterday they just passed a bill to give some relief to property tax owners in the state. It has to go, it went through the Senate. Now I think it has to go before the House to see if it gets approved. And we do have a surplus in the budget. Will that affect the PRAD rate? Will that give homeowners some relief as we move forward?
You know, I can't specifically speak to that legislation. I haven't read it myself. The hope would be yes. The realistic probability is probably not, especially just getting it down to the street level here in Amarillo, Texas.
I will say that is one of the solutions that we do have as far as, you know, helping people is that, you know, voting and running for office, you know, you can make changes like that as well. And so you can help impact, you know, things at the local level also.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to ask them about how long this process takes and how much is it going to cost. We've got John here and we've got James here. They're with a protestprad.com way for you to stand up for what's right for you. We'll take a break. Back with more right here on the